you ready now?
Yes. No. Yes.
What's up?
Hi.
Hello. I'm really excited that you are the first one that's going to do our Meet the Leader Monday.
Wow, that's crazy. That's just weird that I'm the first one.
You are the first one.
It's like whenever
What?
It's like whenever people give a presentation in class and they're the first person to go just to get it out of the way. That's me.
Like you.
Except I didn't know, so it's fine.
Sweet. Well, this is a brand new thing we're going to do on Mondays where I interview some of your leaders and hopefully help you guys get to know them a little bit better. And so let's start off with tell us your name, your job, like what's your life like? Just general overview.
My name's Addison. I'm a leader for 8th grade boys. I work at Starbucks. I live in Turner, and it's a cool little farmhouse. It's really rad and quiet.
Perfect. Tell us some snapshots from your life. Like, where did you grow up? Where did you come from?
So I moved around quite a bit as a kid. I was born in Colorado, and then from as long as I can remember, I lived in Michigan. And then, like, in the middle of 6th grade, I moved to North Carolina and stayed in one town there for a couple years, and then moved again to another town in North Carolina, beginning of my sophomore year in high school. Stayed there for a little bit, and then moved here at the beginning of my junior, and I've been here ever since.
Nice. So you moved around. Where did you live in middle school? That's the important question.
In Michigan and North Carolina. So it was like split in between.
Which of those two did you like better?
Ooh. Probably North Carolina, because it was really pretty, and it was a good change of scenery. Michigan's really flat and boring. And so where I lived, it was really pretty, and so it was cool to get to explore all the mountains and all that fun jazz.
Favorite thing about middle school and least favorite thing about middle school? Like your middle school years.
Oh, okay. Favorite thing about middle school, I really liked track in middle school, and so that was cool, and our school was pretty small, and so literally anyone who tried out got on the team, which was rad. And I ran distance running, so that was my jam, so that was really cool. Least favorite thing about middle school, probably just starting over, and like, because I moved around so much, it was like hard to make new friends and stuff, and so the starting over was not my favorite, but once I made some friends, it was rad.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, now we are going to go into a rapid fire question round. Are you ready?
Yes.
This is just the first thing that comes to your head when I say either two things or what's your favorite thing or whatever. Let's start off. Ready, set. What did you eat for lunch?
Panini from Starbucks.
Nice. Tacos or burritos?
Burritos.
Nikes or Adidas?
Ooh, Nike.
Dutch or Starbucks?
Dutch Bros.
Summer or winter?
Winter.
Swimming or hiking?
Hiking.
Football or basketball?
Basketball.
What's a pet peeve you have?
When people don't use their turn signals when they drive.
Paper Bible or Bible app on your phone?
Ooh, Bible app on my phone.
Favorite color?
Forest green.
Favorite food?
Oh, homemade chocolate chip cookies.
Favorite material possession you own?
My Switch.
Favorite video game?
Oh, Breath of the Wild.
Favorite Starbucks drink order?
Ooh, uh, triple espresso over ice with 2 pumps of white mocha, 2 pumps of toffee nut, and cream, and a grande cup.
Favorite small group guy? I'm just
Oh
kidding. You don't have to
no!
answer that. That was a joke. Good job. That concludes our rapid fire round. Those were some fun things. Oh,
Yeah.
I meant to ask you before, people who know me know that I love middle names. So I'm going to be asking all of the leaders what their middle name is. So Addison, what is your middle name?
Ryan.
Ryan. Addison Ryan. What's your last name?
McQuaid.
McQuaid.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna spend just a couple more minutes getting to know you. We're gonna go like the next deeper level. So give us some cliff notes of your faith journey.
Ooh, okay. So, like growing up, my parents were both raised Catholic, and so whenever growing up, we didn't really go to church a whole lot. We went on like Christmas and Easter, and so church wasn't really a huge part of like my early childhood. And then whenever I moved to North Carolina, I remember my mom being like, "Hey, we're gonna like start going to church and like get on this Jesus thing," and I was like, "Cool, like it's rad." Like I didn't really have a like an idea what was going to happen. And so started going to church more and started going to like youth groups and camps and stuff. And the summer going into my freshman year of high school, we did it was like just a summer camp. It was a really small church, and so there was only like 12 kids at this camp, but it was really cool. And that's where I came to Jesus, and it was really cool. The guy did a message on the prodigal son, and for some reason I heard the gospel in like a whole new light, and so I was like, "This is right. I'm gonna get on board with this." And so from that camp is when I accepted Jesus, and then moving from there, I like went to youth camp or like youth group, but like didn't really have anyone discipling me, and so whenever I moved to Salem here, I met James, my old small group leader, and I remember the first time that we met, the first thing he said, he was like, "How can I help you follow Jesus?" And I was like, "What?" Like, I don't know. Like, and so I like started going to Riot, and I like actually starting to learn what it was like to follow Jesus in my day-to-day life. And so from then on, like beginning of my junior year is whenever I started following like Jesus. So I was saved for a while, but didn't really know what to do with it. And so ever since then, I've been following Jesus, and I'm a leader, and I have wonderful boys that are they're so well behaved all the time, and they're so good. They're so good. They're the best.
Do you know what the Bible says about lying, Addison?
I'm not lying. They're so good. They're
Okay.
great. They always listen to me, and
Nice.
they're the best.
Nice.
Good.
Cool. What is a favorite verse or passage or Bible story, and why?
My one that I go back to often is Jesus in Gethsemane. Right before he's about to get arrested, you see him like he is really anxious, and he like has a panic attack in the garden. And I like really struggle with anxiety, and so it's nice to know that Jesus knows what I'm going through, and he like knows it even more so than my worst days, which is rad. And so um, I love that story. It always like brings me comfort when I'm really anxious, and so that love that story. It's so good.
So good. What
Yes.
are some of the ways, first of all, thank you for sharing about your anxiety. I know that that connects and relates to a lot of people, and a lot of people who deal with that feel like that they are so alone in it. And the more that you talk to people, I think the more that you realize, wow, I'm not alone. What is a thing that has been helpful to you in your anxiety, learning how to deal with it?
Like what, like what Paul says, like taking my thoughts captured. So a lot of my anxiety stems from like the like lies that I like tell myself, and so knowing that the stuff that I tell myself isn't always true, and so taking those thoughts captive and actually processing through them and yeah.
That's awesome. That's so good.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, only like 2 more questions. One is, who has been a significant person, an influential person in your life?
My uncle. He lives in Kansas, and I get to see him every now and then. But super loves Jesus, and from like from a very young age, I always really looked up to him, and he always had like cool snakes and tarantulas, and I was like, this guy's rad. Like he's such a cool, like easy guy to be around, and like he's great. He like, I don't know, talk to him on the phone every now and then. And I remember a while ago I was talking to him, and I was like, I forget what we were talking about, but anyway, he was talking about like going on mission trips, and he was like, I've been to like India like 9 times, and he was like, and half the times I didn't even want to go, but like I just felt this real like calling that the Lord was pushing me there, and so I went, and it was like some of the best times I've ever had. But he was like, he's just such a cool guy, and I look up to him a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. This is what I'm going to ask every person as the last question. If you could tell yourself, you in middle school, if you could tell yourself one thing when you were in middle school, looking back, what would you tell yourself?
Don't be so focused on what other people think about you. Just do like be you. Don't try and fit in with everyone else. Like do stuff that like like if video games is your thing, rad. Like do video. If sports is your thing, do sports. Like just be you. Don't try and fit in with everyone else, because then that's like cookie cutter of everyone. That doesn't, I don't know. Just be yourself. That's great.
I like cookies.
Cookies are great, but like, ooh,
no, okay. I know what you mean. That was such a good answer. Such a good answer. Be yourself. I love it. Yeah. Hey, Addison, Ryan McQuaid, thanks for being the first person to do Meet the Leader Mondays.
Absolutely. Cool.